Because I really believe people can change. But guess what? Most people don't know that. So we have to talk to them to where they are. They don't know that they can change. So we have to look at throughout the whole sales process. You're always observing, and you want to give people little tests. Why don't you fill this out, send it to me, and I'll get this from you. Whatever you can have them do, get them to physically take action in the process. When they're physically participating in the sales process, filling a form out, meeting you at a certain time, then you know that there's some interest there. Strategically, you want to spend your time in areas that give you a greater return on that. You don't want to spend your time with people that are going to end up saying no at the end. If you want to lose out on a prospect, lose out early, not at the very end. So as you're determining where am I going to be spending my time with this week, you want to look at those people that are physically participating in that process. Well, I did this one program for a group called Top Echelon, and I said, who has the weirdest thing happen? There's one guy, he's got this huge smile on his face. He's like, oh, I got the story. I got the story. And I'm like, okay, well, what's your story? And he says, I had a client. The client hired my candidate. The candidate started. The client didn't pay me the fee, and my client slept with my wife. Oh my! I'm like, we have a winner. I think we have a winner. I think we have a winner. So whenever this business gets really bad, I want you to think of that guy and say, how bad can it get, really? Okay? So when we communicate our message, we want to communicate from a place of legitimate and ethical influence. And all of you here are professional influencers. You're selling a very expensive product for the one thing that people don't want to talk about, and you want them to make a decision in a very short period of time, right? Is there anything else I can do for you? You know, I mean, that's a hard sell. So when we communicate, I want you to think about these objections that you told me that you face every day. And we're going to see if we can come up with some resolution that you can take back Monday morning and see an immediate improvement in how you overcome the objections of your prospect. Does that make sense? And I believe that this is what is going to take you from where you are today to where you want to go in the area of sales. The most important factor in our success in sales is how we think, what's going on in our mind. The next most important factor is our strategy. Are we pursuing the right market? Are we talking to the right people? Are we putting our time where it's going to get a return on it? The direction of where you're going. The third most important thing is our habits. How well do you do what you're supposed to do? What's the volume of prospects that you talk to on a consistent basis? The effort and the energy that you put into what you're supposed to do. And the least important part of our success in sales are the tactics, how you actually sell. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. The mechanics of it contribute the least to your success in sales. Let me ask you this. Let's just say that Tiger Woods calls up your manager. Says, you know, I never wanted to tell my dad this, but every time I was on the golf course when I was a kid, I wanted to get into the funeral and cemetery business. And I've always wanted to do this. And I want to get into sales, and I want to sell for your organization. How many of you think that Tiger Woods would be reasonably successful in his first year? Because he knows how to think, right? Same thing with Lance Armstrong. I'm tired of this falling off the bike, picking it up, getting back on it, winning the race. It drains me. I've always wanted to get into the cemetery and funeral business. You think he'd be successful? Who knows more about your industry, you or Tiger Woods and Lance Armstrong? You do. But they know how to think. They know how to think like a champion. So if we can just change the way we think a little bit, just a little bit, you're going to get quantum changes in your production. So really minor changes, just minor tweaks in major areas. That's the essence of real achievement. See, in the world of business, the margins for success and failure for first place, second place, third place, it's not a big difference. It's just little bits. The horses that win the race, the horse that comes in first compared to the horse that comes in second, what's the difference? Just a hair. Sometimes companies will hire me in to come into their organization, and I'll interview the people that they want to hire as sales reps. I mean, they've never sold before. They're excited. They're excited about getting into sales. I'll say, what is it about getting into sales that excites you the most? And they'll say, well, it's all about the people. And 90 days later, when I'm coming back in with the same organization, the manager says, well, we want you to talk to Harry. He turned his notice in last week. He's going back into management. Well, Harry, what is it about sales that's causing you to want to get out? And he says, well, Scott, it's all about the people. It's all about the people. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Well, I submit to you, I think our job in sales would be so easy if we didn't have to deal with people. It'd be such a piece of cake. It'd be so easy. If we didn't have to worry about other people, what an easy job we would have. Now, if you're in sales, this is what the reality of selling is. And it's okay to admit this, all right? I'm in sales. You're my prospect. Okay. My job is to get you to do what I want you to do. Right? It's okay. Let's nod. Let's nod, okay? It's okay. It's okay. I want you to do what I want you to do, but I want you to thank you at the end of the deal. At the end of the transaction, you should be the last one to be thanked. You need to put so much value into that relationship that they thank you first. If you're in management, it's the same thing. I'm a manager. I want you to do what I want you to do. It's okay. So we have to look at ourselves as professional influencers. I want to buy the car for the amount that you told me. And I want a coffee mug. And I want a ball cap. And I want 1 year's worth of free oil changes. And I want a free extended warranty. And you know what he told me? This is what he said. He said, Mr. Love, I don't think my manager is going to go for that extended warranty. And I knew I had him. I had him at hello. You had me at hello, Jerry. I had him at hello. See, I told him, I said, I know that. I just want your manager to feel like he's in control and can remove one of these variables. People want to be in control. They always want to be in control. Sometimes the best thing you can say is, you can decide for yourself. Whatever you want to do, I'm fine with. This is your decision, and I want you to feel comfortable with that. Anytime I talk to a prospect in my business, I tell them that. I say, this is your decision. My goal is for me to take you to a place that benefits you. If this opportunity doesn't do that, and it's not for you, I'm okay with that. I want you to feel safe enough to tell me that. Because they're going to do it anyways, right? Let's just admit it and see if we can use that to move the process forward. So at the end of the deal, your prospect is going to say thank you to you first. That's what you want.
I love Scott's interaction with the audience, and he just really speaks from the heart. He's a great storyteller, and it was a terrific presentation.
Sure, I thought it was awesome. I mean, I'm getting ready to sign up here for his books and courses. Sales has always been one of my real, I'd say it's a strength, but it's a weakness. I have some things to overcome, and it's sort of inspired me to go look into it and pursue how I can bring business in the door by selling effectively.
I really like Scott's message of it's the age of authenticity and to have a contribution before commission.
I value authenticity greatly in conversations and in relationships with people. I don't like phoniness. I see through things pretty quick. I think most people do. So I think that's probably a key point to convey to just about anyone who's trying to sell anything, is that if you're authentic about it, if you're genuine about what it is you're doing and like what you're doing, people are going to read that. They're going to be responsive to it.
I just thought it was incredible that he focused on that message of authenticity over and over again, and you can see Scott's authenticity.